Look at this. Royal Rumble 2026. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. A $200 million economic spectacle. Netflix just paid $5 billion for 10 years of this, and Saudi Arabia pays $50 million per show. The event prints money. But look at this. This wrestler, gig worker status. No health insurance, no workers' comp. One bad landing away from bankruptcy. We call it sports entertainment, but it's actually a captive gig economy. This is what happens when you script the outcome, but not the contract. The company owns the rights, the Saudi money, the Netflix cash. You're not watching athletes negotiate their worth. You're watching captive performers trapped in a gig system with a submission hold. Today, we decode the WWE economy, not the storylines, the system. How wrestling stopped being sport and became Wall Street's favorite intellectual property factory. Let me show you the blueprint.
Let's go back. 1980s. WWE wasn't publicly traded. Vince McMahon ran it like a traveling circus. Wrestlers were independent contractors even then. But the business model was simple. Sell tickets, sell merchandise, sell pay-per-view. The wrestlers took bumps. The company took profits. Standard exploitation, nothing revolutionary. But watch what happens in the 2000s. WWE goes public, 1999. Suddenly, Wall Street cares about quarterly earnings, not just WrestleMania. The shift begins. 2014, WWE Network launches. They try direct-to-consumer streaming. It works, sort of. Gets them 2 million subscribers. But here's the real move. 2021, they sell the whole library to Peacock for $1 billion over 5 years. Peacock gets the content. WWE gets guaranteed money. No more worrying about subscriber churn. This is the blueprint shift. From selling to fans to selling to platforms. 2023, the big one. WWE merges with UFC. They become TKO Group Holdings, owned by Endeavor, the talent agency that already owns UFC. Now you've got 2 combat sports brands under one corporate roof. Both use independent contractor models. Both sell to streaming platforms. Both print money. And then, January 2025, Netflix deal drops. $5 billion over 10 years for WWE Raw. Not pay-per-view, not individual events. The whole show, every week, guaranteed cash. 525 million hours viewed in 2025 alone. And don't forget Saudi Arabia, 50 million per crown jewel event, plus 2 other major shows per year. The kingdom wants sports washing. WWE provides the show. Add it all up. Netflix, 500 million per year. Saudi deals, 150 to 200 million per year from crown jewel and 2 other events. Other revenue, 1.3 billion per year from tickets, merch, and other streaming. Total, roughly 2 billion annual revenue. TKO's wrestling division brings in roughly 2 billion per year now. The Royal Rumble alone, 47 million total economic impact in Indianapolis, 28 million indirect spending. This is a machine. Wall Street loves it. Predictable revenue, long-term contracts, intellectual property they can license forever. But here's the thing nobody's asking. If the company makes billions, who's paying for the stitches? Let's look at the contract, not the storyline, the actual legal document. Every WWE wrestler signs as an independent contractor, not an employee. A contractor, like an Uber driver, like a DoorDash delivery person, like a freelance graphic designer, except there's a critical difference. Uber drivers choose when to drive. WWE wrestlers get told when to perform. Uber drivers can work for Lyft too. WWE wrestlers have exclusive contracts. They can't work for AEW or New Japan. The contract explicitly bans it. See the trap? All the risk of being a contractor, none of the freedom. Captive performers. Example 1, how they get paid. WWE wrestlers get a base guarantee. Let's say $100,000 per year for a mid-card performer. Sounds decent. But then add performance bonuses, merchandise cuts, special event payouts. A mid-card wrestler working 300 nights a year might make $180,000 to $300,000 total. Top stars like Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes, $1 to $5 million. But here's what's missing from that paycheck. No health insurance. WWE offers a plan, but wrestlers pay the full premium, often $1,500 per month for family coverage. No workers' comp. If you tear your ACL during a match, you're on your own for surgery. Hope you saved up. No retirement benefits, no 401k matching, no pension. And here's the cruel part. You pay for your own travel. Flight to Saudi Arabia, your expense. Hotel 300 nights a year, your expense. WWE books your schedule, but you pay to get there. Example 2, the injury trap. This is a real shoulder surgery bill from a wrestler who spoke anonymously, $47,000. He tore his rotator cuff during a Royal Rumble match, scripted spot gone wrong. WWE doesn't pay. He's an independent contractor. His private insurance covered some. He paid $15,000 out of pocket. Then WWE tells him to take 6 months off, no pay during recovery, because he's not an employee, no sick leave. WrestleMania sells out, Netflix views go up, Saudi deal continues. He's on his couch, in debt, wondering if he can come back at 42 years old with a surgically repaired shoulder. This is the gig trap for captive performers. Example 3, the Netflix windfall that never came. Remember that $5 billion Netflix deal? 525 million hours viewed in 2025. Guess how much of that wrestlers see in residuals? 0. WWE owns the content. Netflix pays WWE. Wrestlers already got paid their contracted rate for the match. No back end, no streaming bonuses, no cut of the $5 billion. Compared to actors, SAG-AFTRA members fought for and won streaming residuals. Every time a show plays, they get paid. Musicians get royalty checks when songs stream. WWE wrestlers, they perform the match once, got paid once. Netflix streams it forever. They never see another dime. These captive performers generate the intellectual property, but they don't own it. And remember, these aren't digital performers. These are real bodies taking real damage. 30-minute matches, 300 nights per year, concussions, torn ligaments, chronic pain, all on contractor status. The life expectancy data is brutal. Historical data shows WWE wrestlers average age 53 at death. That's the analysis John Oliver cited in 2019. Compared to general U.S. population, 77. 24 years shorter lifespan from a job that makes the company billions but classifies you as a temp worker. John Oliver covered this 6 years ago. Nothing's changed because the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. Let's look at why it's legal.
The law draws a line: employee versus independent contractor. Employees get protections: minimum wage, overtime, workers' comp, health benefits. Contractors get freedom: set your own hours, choose your clients, control your work. That's the trade-off: less protection, more autonomy. WWE found the loophole: give wrestlers employee-level control, classify them as contractors anyway, apply the submission hold. Let's break down how they get away with it. Level 1, surface reason. Why don't wrestlers have health insurance? Because they're independent contractors. That's the classification. Okay, but why that classification? Level 2, the IRS test. The IRS has a test, 20 factors to determine if someone's really a contractor. Key questions: can they work for competitors? WWE says no, exclusive contract with AEW ban clause. Do they control their schedule? WWE books 300 plus dates per year. Do they provide their own tools? Wrestlers provide ring gear, yes. Are they integrated into the business? They are the product, yes. By IRS standards, most wrestlers should be employees. But WWE points to 2 factors. They provide their own tools, ring gear and transportation, and they're in the entertainment industry, which traditionally uses contractors, like Hollywood extras and Broadway understudies. Those 2 factors have protected the classification for 40 years. But why hasn't this been challenged? Level 3, the root cause. 1990, Vince McMahon testifies to New Jersey State Athletic Commission. His argument: wrestling is not a sport. It's entertainment, like a TV show or movie. Performers, not athletes. This is brilliant. If it's a sport, wrestlers are athletes. Athletes often get employee status. See NFL, NBA Players Associations. If it's entertainment, wrestlers are performers. Hollywood has used contractor models for decades: extras, day players. SAG-AFTRA exists because of this fight. But WWE performers don't have a union. And here's why. WWE fires union organizers fast. In 2021, wrestler Zelina Vega, real name Thea Trinidad, tweeted support for unionization, released within a week. WWE's public reason: budget cuts. Timing: immediately after union tweet. The message is clear: organize, get cut. And because wrestlers are contractors, the National Labor Relations Board has less authority to protect them. Employees have federally protected organizing rights. Contractors, weaker protections. WWE and TKO spend millions on lobbying. Their goal: keep entertainment industry exemptions in labor law, keep the independent contractor model legal, keep unions out. Here's the full system. Step 1, classify wrestlers as contractors to avoid paying benefits. Step 2, but lock them into exclusive contracts so they can't work elsewhere like real contractors. Apply the submission hold. Step 3, generate billions from their labor through Netflix deals, Saudi shows, ticket sales. Step 4, fire anyone who tries to organize. No union, no collective bargaining.
Step 5, lobby to keep entertainment industry labor exemptions. Step 6, tighten the hold, repeat. This is the blueprint for captive performers. WWE creates value through wrestler performance. WWE captures that value as intellectual property. They own all footage, all rights. WWE distributes that value to Netflix, Saudi Arabia, shareholders. Wrestlers get paid once, upfront, contract rate. Everything after, WWE keeps it. The wrestler retires at 40 with blown knees and no pension. WWE streams their matches forever, making money in perpetuity. This is why it's legal. Because in 1990, Vince McMahon convinced regulators that wrestling is entertainment, not sport. Because labor laws have carve-outs for entertainment contractors. Because wrestlers never successfully unionized. Because the system optimized for corporate profit extraction, not worker protection. When you watch Royal Rumble, you're not watching sport. You're watching intellectual property creation. Each bump, each move, each storyline, that's Netflix content being generated by captive performers who can't afford the hospital visit if the script goes wrong.
Part 1. The diagnosis. You're not watching athletes. You're watching captive performers in a gig economy, disguised as sports entertainment. WWE isn't a wrestling company anymore. It's an IP factory. Netflix and Saudi Arabia are the buyers. Wrestlers are the assembly line. And the line? It doesn't get health insurance. Part 2. The resistance. So, what do? We become glitches in the system. We break the hold. Hack move 1. Support wrestler organizing. When wrestlers speak up about unionization, amplify it. Don't let WWE bury the story in budget cuts. Follow wrestlers who've gone independent, like Cody Rhodes, who co-founded AEW before returning to WWE. They're building alternative models outside WWE's submission hold. Hack move 2. Vote with your wallet. WWE makes money 3 ways: tickets, merchandise, and platform deals. You can't hurt the Netflix deal. That's locked in. But you can skip live events. You can buy wrestlers' indie merch instead of WWE official gear. Money talks. Empty seats at a $47 million event? That gets noticed. Hack move 3. Demand SAG-AFTRA style protections. Actors fought for streaming residuals and won in 2023. Wrestlers deserve the same. When WWE content streams on Netflix for 500 million hours, captive performers should see the back end. This isn't radical. It's how SAG-AFTRA works. Pressure WWE, pressure TKO, pressure Netflix. If you're making billions from their bodies, they deserve a cut. Part 3. The question. The WWE system is perfectly designed, just not for the wrestlers. It's designed for Wall Street, for streaming platforms, for Saudi sports washing. The Royal Rumble generates $47 million in economic impact. The wrestlers generate $5 billion in Netflix value, but they're one torn ACL away from bankruptcy. Now that you can see the blueprint and the submission hold it creates, the question is yours. Will you keep cheering the show, or will you demand the captive performers get a fair contract? End of report.